Alright, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back with some more Starcraft 2. It's going to be continuing on of IEM as I will have been doing lately and will be doing probably for the next little while. It's just there's so many good games coming out of it, so we're going to be having ourselves another full-on best of 3 cast. You guys really liked this guy playing before, spawning down the bottom right-hand side of the map. It's Raynor. We're going to be having ourselves a TvZ, but I can't complain. I mean, Reynor, we cast him versus Gumiho. This is the next stage in the qualifier, where he's going to be taking on another Korean Terran. It's going to be Blazer's Bunny. Oh, man, does that ever actually just roll off the tongue? Just Blazer's Bunny. I don't know if there's been a better fitting like team name, but didn't mention it, but Reynor's also on Team Gamer's Origin. Of course, lots of time to go over things like that as first few minutes of this TvZ looking pretty normal from the seam of things, just standard openings being prepped up here unless something really crazy happens, but I doubt it. So, I mean, Reynor, we cast him versus Gumiho, in which he played a fantastic ZVT, really just playing how he needed to play, and managed to beat Gumiho in that. We'll see how Bunny is going to play. I have a feeling that Bunny is less likely to play such a style, like, less likely to play one of those, say, mech styles or something like that. And with, like, the Hellions and Cyclones, which I'm not completely sold on players playing like that. Whereas someone like Bunny, I know he's incredibly good at sort of playing with bio and whatnot. He's a very, very high caliber player in that regard, so I wouldn't be surprised if he just sort of plays like a more standard bio opening. That being said, I mean, part of StarCraft 2 is being unpredictable, so you don't just want to be like, Reynor, oh, I'm going to play how I always play, so Bunny may change it up. Then, of course, we can't rule out Reynor. He's a very young player, very aggressive at times, as sometimes... As far as Zergs go, he's a little bit more aggressive than the average Joe. Not super cheesy or anything like that, but he is known to bring it out every now and then. Drone for Reynor is heading out towards the third base, getting out there nice and early before Bunny's Reaper can prevent that from happening. So just hanging out here. But Reynor going to be getting up that third base. For now, this Reaper comes on in. Going to be attacking those drones. Microing back. Bunny doing a good job microing that Reaper. I feel like I sort of have to disclose, like... that this is on the European server, so Bunny is playing with a fair bit of ping compared to Reynor. I mean, but he woke up to make that happen, so, I mean, still. The ping can be a bit of a nuisance for a pro gamer, but it's not like world-ending or anything like that, as Bunny still figures that he can make it happen, and I believe that he probably can. Now, we'll see. Reaper just hanging out on the map. Gotta be careful with that. Bunny runs up that... Hill's got to get out of there, doesn't get there in time. Just the Queens of Reynor getting a jump on that Reaper, just hanging down. That Overlord, of course, gave him the vision, so he knew to walk out like that. That being said, Bunny trying to return the favor here with his Marine chasing down this Overlord, but this Marine's kind of in over his head. Will he be able to get the Overlord? It's going to be close. Oh, he doesn't get it. 8 HP, like 2 shots from that Marine would have got it. Now the Hellions for Bunny are going to be chasing down these Lings, and Reynor picking off that Marine, saving his Overlord. Costing him a couple of Lings, I'd say that was definitely worth it for him. Just, you don't want to have to be building an Overlord at a time like that. And now here we see Liberator on the way for Bunny. I mean, Reynor, he got up to the ramp there, saw a tech lab, didn't see a starport or anything attached to it. He can possibly assume, however, Bunny, he's going for one of these sort of standard Hellion openings. He's got his Hellions out on the map, but then following it up with a Liberator. I'm a big fan of the Liberators, guys. Like, the harassment. The thing about Liberators is early, mid, and late game, the harassment is so good at any time in the game. It's an incredibly strong form of harassment for Terran, just the way that setting it up goes. And Bunny, he is going for that third command center here. We'll see if he starts a stim pack. There we go, a second barracks going on up here. So we are going to be heading into a normal Terran versus Zerg, sort of bio versus Ling defense from the Zerg. We'll see what other tech Reynor is going to go for, but for now, Bunny just opening very, very standard, which I love to see. Like, this is what I want to see when I'm seeing players at this level play. Liberator's coming in here at the back. Raynor does have a Spore Crawler up. Got 2 queens at that base, so I'm not sure what this Liberator's going to get done. Looks like Raynor has spotted it. Going to be shooting away at these queens. Might be able to pick off a queen. No good transfuse from Raynor so far. It does get a single queen. Tries to get out of there, but doesn't make it happen. Maybe could have picked off a drone or something if he didn't hesitate, but for now, good defense from Raynor. Those Liberators in the early game, generally Zergs are pretty good at defending them these days, so no surprise that Raynor does manage to deflect that. But, I mean, Bunny just ramping up now, getting up his 1-1 on the way. He's got his 3rd CC. Should be just about done at this point. There it is. And then Stim Pack on the way. So we are going to be heading into one of these just standard TvZs. A Viking moving across the map. Looks like Bunny probably wants to try and finish off this Overlord from early on in the game, but that's not happening as this Overlord. He just stayed put, whereas Bunny looking around with his Viking that hasn't actually found an Overlord yet. Usually if you make a Viking, you want to find at least, say, 1 or 2 Overlords. Okay, now Command Center floating over towards that 3rd base. Medivac production on the way, so Bunny just going to be moving out with drops. It looks like he's got tanks queued up behind this, so going to be playing that tank marine style. No Widow Mines or anything like that. Hellions are still hanging around, but looks like Raynor's had enough of these Hellions having map control. He wants to completely, you know, seize the day, seize the map. These Hellions are going to be getting surrounded here. Raynor knew they were hanging around. He's going to try and chase them back. Looks like these Marines will be in position, but the Marines don't have stim yet, so they do need to be a little bit careful. As this is going on, though, Raynor, he's getting up his 4th hatchery, getting up his own 1-1. A little bit behind Bunny, so he will have to be wary of that. But, I mean, now he's getting up a Spire. So just a very standard Terran versus Zerg. And I'm excited for when Bunny starts to pile the aggression onto Raynor here. How Raynor is going to be able to manage with this. 3rd Command Center is up for Bunny. He's now moving across the map. Tank is going to be getting set up on the high ground here. We'll see if Bunny scans. For now, he's just coming into the space. Got to be careful. Oh, no, Bunny. Missed micros there, not picking up in time. Tank does shoot the Banelings. Reinforcements are coming on in, so he unloads these units. He may be able to fight these off here. Let's see if he lifts up that tank into the medivac. He does, but oh, that's a terrible start for Bunny. Raynor just, I mean, Bunny just went a little bit too deep on creep, I feel, and Raynor just punished him hard there. Now, Bunny, I mean, he's got his 1-1, but so does Raynor. Combat Shield's about to finish up, but losing those units that early on as the attack starts really does hurt Bunny. It's going to hurt any potential follow-up that he has. That being said, he can still hit all around the map. He's got medivacs ready to start moving out. Raynor, though, also planning his counterattacks. He's very good with them. That Viking actually saw that counterattack, so Bunny's more than prepared for that. It's like, this Overlord, still alive here. Just, will this Overlord gain full HP? I know other things are going on, out on the map, but this Overlord was at 8 HP, and it's slowly healing up. Many minutes later, we'll see if it hits 200. Now, Bunny looking to get more drops out on the map. Raynor doesn't have a base here, though, so best will clean up some creep, and Raynor's defense is looking good. He's also got these mutas on the way, so with the Lings and mutas, I'm not sure Bunny's going to be able to get too much done with these drops. Just Raynor in position to deal with everything. Bunny may just have to look and go for like one big push or something like that. He's got a Thor on the way, 2-2 on the way. I think, yeah, Bunny maybe just produces as many Marauders as he can. It's just hard since he only has 1 tech lab, but then just maybe go for it. He does cancel a 5th base of Raynor. Gonna have to get on out of there, though. So at least getting that, but the Zerg player is still comfortable on 4 bases. Looks like Bunny, these medevac's gonna be getting caught here. Muta's coming on in. He's gonna unload the Marines, but they will be getting cleaned up here. So Bunny just not finding a lot versus Raynor so far this game. Looks like he's also trading down here, cleaning up some creep. And okay, now Thor on the way. Thor's just on Muta patrol, it looks like. When these Mutas, they're going to be heading in towards the 3rd base. There's a turret there. Another Thor pops on out. Thors are so clunky, though. You can't actually defend those refineries, really. You would have to lower those walls and whatnot. Looks like Reynor actually hitting this location down here. Bunny trying to secure a fourth base. I think that fight will go his way, so he manages to hold on to that. Trying to secure up a fourth base, so this TvZ is going longer. SCVs have to run, though, as Reynor crashes on in towards the third base. Those Banelings getting close. Oh, man, the Banelings hit so many of Bunny's SCVs. 23 go down in total, and the Mutas, most of them stay alive. I don't think many have really died at all. So a good attack from Reynor, really hurting the economy of Bunny. Bunny's 2-2 was a little bit behind there, so not able to deal with that. He's not too far behind on army supply, but this is really hurting Bunny. That blow to his economy, and just Reynor is a runaway train at this point with all of his Lings, with all of his Mutas and Banes. And then no sign of Hive Tech just yet, but he's just going to be having a growing Baneling count as he starts to invest more money into that. He's almost maxed out, so he can start investing in, say, just a lot more Banelings or eventually higher tech. He's just out on the map here. He's got a very healthy Muta count. 22 is a very good number. There are Thors in position, though, going to send those Mutas packing. Those Thors do have +1, but not enough to two-shot those Mutas. Bunny's heading into his 3-3, whereas Reynor is not. But, oh, man, look at this. Reynor coming in towards the third base. Once again, SCV's just getting mangled. 9 more go down. Bunny's been continuous with his production to get that number back up, but it is hurting. He's down on supply as a result. I think the one thing that Bunny has to aim for here really is just till he eventually hits his 3-3 and hits a strong timing. If, say, he scanned Raynor's Hive and saw that it was just on the way, he'd probably say, okay, I can have a good timing coming up here, but he's moving out on the map now with 2-2. With sort of an inferior army. He's got a lot of his supply, not with this forces. He's just so worried about these counterattacks, and worried he should be. Reynor moving across the map up at 25 Mutas. Siege tank's going to be exposed. Even a Thor could be exposed here, but no, these Mutas just going to keep flying around. Turrets just getting picked off. These Mutas for Reynor are such a nuisance for Bunny to deal with. What are they going to find? Oh, man, the armory going to be going down. It looks like Marauders coming in, but they can't help with that. Looks like, oh, Medivac's getting picked off. Reynor is just manhandling Bunny here. 4 more SCVs going down. A big Baneling Ling counterattack prepared. There's some bio units, but they're not really in front of the planetary, so I don't know if they'll be able to save it. Bunny scans, doesn't see the status of the Hive, and here comes in all the Lings and Banes. The Lings, no problem. The planetary can deal with that, but the Banelings coming on in. They're going to be getting some connections with this bio. Looks like that Bunny may be able to hold on here. He does, loses a lot of SCVs. That was a costly attack for Reynor, though. I mean, it did lower his unit count. Now, we'll see. Bunny may just be planning to move on out. He's about 30 seconds off from his 3-3. We'll see if he can make a strong attack happen. Like, sometimes pushes like this can just win the game. He's up 20 army supply. So, yeah, Bunny's been taking a beating, but it's important. He hasn't died. Yes, he's been hurt. No, he hasn't died. So now he's going to be moving across the map. Looks like he's getting ready to go for it. He's up on army supply by a very significant margin. A lot of Raynor's supplies in the Mutas, too, which are going to be ransacking the base of Bunny, but this army for Bunny is no joke. Thor's in the mix, a good number of Marauders. As long as Bunny pre-splits well enough, he should be fine. Banelings roll forward, and there is a lot of Banelings for Reynor. 63 Banelings. There's no AoE in this army for Bunny. But we'll see. I mean, there's going to be 3-3, which will help this army out. It's all about the split from Bunny here. I think he saw probably a lot of those Banelings, but here's Reynor. He's pulling the trigger on it. So many Banelings rolling forward. The Thors can try and buffer. The Lings and Banelings going to be trying to get the best connections they have. There's so many Banelings. So far, it looks like Bunny managing to absorb everything Reynor threw at him, though. His army supply is still up. He's down on overall supply. His army's very overstimmed, but he's on Raynor's production now. Some Banelings roll forward for Reynor, getting decent connections, but not the best, actually, as it was looking. The army is still so red for Bunny. The Mutas are going down, engaging into this, but it looks like Reynor may have just held that attack. Bunny made it surprisingly deep there, but in the end, yeah, he taps out, not able to make it happen. Reynor dealt critical damage. Bunny's hand was forced, but in the end, very well played by Reynor. Okay, what a fantastic Terran versus Zerg between those two. I mean, it looked like Reynor was sort of bopping Bunny, but that was a good showing of what can happen in StarCraft 2, guys. Like, Bunny there, he was sort of getting manhandled. But, oh, come on. He was sort of getting manhandled as that game was going on, but, like, it just shows how scary things can be in StarCraft 2 if you're, like, Reynor was he was ahead. He was reaching higher tech, but Bunny, he saw, all right, I can have my 3-3. I can go for a timing attack. And 3-3 timing attacks have killed a lot of Zergs in the past. Just Raynor, he did have a very strong economy then. So 63 Banelings. There's not a lot of engagements, I feel, which go well for Terran if the Zerg has 63 Banelings. Maybe that would have gone better for Bunny if, say, he had a few more medivacs. His army was very overstimmed at the end there. So say he has like a couple more medivacs, or his medivacs have a bit more energy, he's in a much better situation. Unfortunately, that's not the case, though. Raynor just didn't allow him to build up that count. But here we are. It's the best of 3, spawning up the top left-hand side of the map. He's got the first one. It's Raynor playing for Gamer's Origin. And spawning down the bottom left-hand side of the map, it's Blacer's Bunny. God, I love saying that name. Bunny just getting his depot up. No SCVs moving across the map, so no proxy or anything like that. The map is blue shift, so it's a bit of a smaller one. We'll see how this one plays out, but that was a fantastic Terran versus Zerg. Not the most back and forth in that game. It was mainly just Bunny being on the receiving end. But, I mean, as far as everything's concerned, like, it still just had that big push, which a lot of classic TvZs would eventually build up to, guys. And that's what we want from a Terran versus Zerg. Like, that's what we want. Just the classic Bio versus Mutiling Bane. It's just beautiful. It's just awesome to watch. And any game that happens like that, I'm just such a big fan. Like, it's just so awesome to watch. Now, here we see Bunny, just a standard Expo build here. Same with Raynor, so nothing out of the ordinary. Raynor pretty confident with how that game went, I feel. Now, Blue Shift, it's a bit of a smaller map, so Terran pushes can be a bit stronger a bit earlier. Of course, Zerg counterattacks can hit very quick, and it also does lead into it being a smaller map that sometimes Roach styles do emerge. They're not too terrible on a map like Blue Shift because the aggression can hit very hard. But we'll see how Raynor's going to play it. For now, though, very standard stuff coming out of these guys. Excuse me while I had a drink there. As casting Starcraft 2, it can be a bit hard on the voice when you're yelling about 63 Baneling is rolling on in. But no, I don't want to be one of those casters who just destroys my voice. That's why I've been sticking to, to one or two words are hard, guys. 1 or 2 casts a day, usually just the 1 cast a day. I generally go for the longer epic games though in series, so that generally makes it worth it. And by the way, guys, I was just talking about how I usually do 1 cast a day, but tomorrow is actually a Freaka World. It's going to be noon Pacific time, 8 p.m. Central European time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. That's Sunday. So tomorrow, as I'm recording this video, I just officially dated it. But no, it's going to be a Freaka World. We're going to be having a lot of great players. Soul versus Bly. Then there's going to be Goblin versus Namchar. All very great European players. And yeah, all very, very great European players. And of course, the VODs will be up on this channel. So look out for that tomorrow. Might be a bit later than the usual video, but still, going to be some awesome series coming out of that. Reaper for Bunny, hanging around, scouting out. Raynor's getting pneumatized Carapace this game, so wanting to see exactly what his opponent's up to. Gonna be able to send those overlords that'll just fly on in, fly on over, and are very hard to kill early on in the game for the Terran. Bunny making a couple more Marines here. Then Swap floating this barracks over. Where's this barracks going? Oh, okay, he's looking for an overlord. Looks like he will find this overlord. 2 Marines are heading on out. So this could actually hurt Raynor a little bit, but look at that, pneumatized Carapace is done. So all of a sudden that Raynor's like, yeah, you're not catching these guys. So Bunny was hoping to be able to catch those overlords, but that's just quarter past not happening. And look at this, Raynor can get a full scout on everything. He's gonna identify that it's a fusion core. A Viking's on the way to try and shut these overlords down, but with pneumatized Carapace, Raynor has all the information. And it's probably gonna be a BC rush. There's a chance that it could just that it could be an Advanced Ballistics Liberator range rush, which I definitely wouldn't mind. But, oh, funny, yeah, you want to use that Viking so you can actually kill off that overlord. I definitely wouldn't mind that sort of play. coming out of Bunny, but Raynor, he's a very, very good player. And oh, I like this coming out of Bunny. Raynor's thinking about how this is just going to be like straight up into battle cruisers or something like that, whereas, oh, look at this, Bunny completely throwing Raynor for a loop. He canceled the fusion core after Raynor came on in. Raynor thinks it's going to be like a BC rush or something, when Bunny, he actually threw up an armory, a third command center behind this. And now he's just teching up. He's just saying, yeah, you scouted it, no battle cruisers. And he's going to be going for a big old Hellion attack. The Viking found this Overlord. That's going to be getting shut down. So, oh, I love this move from Bunny. Just, he's completely trying to throw Raynor for a loop. Right now, Raynor's probably thinking of, okay, there could be battle cruisers or Liberators coming on in. He's getting one Spore Crawler up now. And we'll see if he invests in any more. There we go, more spores going on up. Raynor made a couple of Banelings, but I mean, there's going to be 8 Hellbats, a couple of Marines joining up with Medivac support. But oh, here comes in Raynor, looking to poke at that wall. Now these Hellions are going to be looking for a fair bit of damage. Viking's going to be trying to get another Overlord. Not going to be able to find it, it looks like. But oh, it's actually going to be a Hellion elevator drop into the main. I don't know if Raynor's expecting this. So he's going to be getting hit by Hellbats at his third base. Hellions in his main. We'll see how he's going to deal with this. The Viking may even land to join in with this fight. But here go the Hellions, but getting on into the main base. How many drones are they going to be slaughtering? I imagine it's a fair few. Raynor reacting very quickly to this. Bunny lifting the Hellions up into the Medivac. But here come the Hellbats crashing on in towards the third. It looks like, though, that Raynor should be fine here. The Queen's with lots of energy, and then there is just enough Banelings to shut this down. The Viking trying to be a epic warrior there. Shells dropping on the ground, but in the end, he does go down. And just this Medivac gonna have to get on out of there. So, oh, what's going on there? Oh, that poor Ling. Raynor just striking fear into the hearts of his other Zerglings. These 2 Hellions morphed into Hellbats now, so they're going to be marching on in here, just trying to be a nuisance. Hellbats can kill generally like 1 billion Lings with Medivac support. But no, that was a very good defense from Raynor, sniffing everything out. And Bunny, though, he did get up a very quick third command center behind this, so he is going to be teching up in that regard. He's going to have a strong economy behind this, transferring SCVs already, so it's not like that was like a crazy 2-base all-in that got shut down. But now here we see 1-1 is about halfway done for Bunny, whereas it's just starting for Raynor. So Bunny could be having himself a nice upgrade lead. Got to deal with this Overlord in his main base. We'll see if he's able to get it. That would be nice. Raynor gonna be getting that guy to safety. Maybe? No. Yes. Nope. Yep, that's a dead Overlord. Righto, so now 1-1 on the way for both these players. But oh, look at this, I was not prepared for this. Raynor's coming crashing on in. Bunny's got his Hellbats and Medivacs across the map, and oh man, Raynor with a quick move, forcing Bunny to evacuate all of his SCVs. Bunny does save most of his SCVs in the Medivac, but I wasn't expecting an attack like that. That's Raynor's aggression right there. That being said, Bunny's getting a nice drop off into the main base of the Zerg player, forcing the drones off the line. He hasn't actually killed too many just yet, though. Raynor's defense has really been very reactionary, so he's doing a very good job. Bunny trying to get to the spawning pool, but probably just going to have to trade out with these Lings. He does have 1-1, so his Marines didn't do bad there, but loses the Bane, loses a Medivac, has to get on out. Raynor still at the third base, but these Marines with Medivac support able to force it back. And we'll see. Maybe Bunny wants to get up like a third base at his, or a bunker at his third or something like that. Oh, Bunny's building another armory. I feel as if this is just like a mistake here for Bunny. That's definitely like that's definitely a mistake from Bunny. He doesn't need 2 armories, as he's already got one. Tell him we've already got one. But here comes in these Marines. Bunny probably wants to clean up creep, waiting for energy for a scan. There it goes. Marines dropping in the main base. Gonna be trading out with some Queens here. Can these 2 guys do it? Yes, they do. Nicely done. Cleaning up a bit of creep. So, I mean, Bunny is not in a terrible situation. He's actually up on supply, finding a couple Overlords here. So, how he hasn't necessarily got a lot done. He is still playing a very good TvZ. Starting just his +2 attack, it's a bit of a bummer how he forgot about the extra armory, as that extra armory would have been pretty much what he needed to start his 2-2 there. So no infantry armor just yet. Now Bunny's still just building up on supply. He's actually up a very significant number of army supplies, so it might be time for Bunny to move across the map and go for a push now. He's done a good job delaying or pushing the creep back. He's gonna have to deal with the mutas that are on the way now, but if he pushes out before Raynor's really ready for this, he's also going for a drop, gonna find this base. We'll see. Now Bunny's coming into this location. this Medivac will be found and shut down from the seam of things from Reynor, as he definitely knows it's incoming. But Reynor, does he know that this attack's really incoming? He definitely does now. Tank stepping up on creep. Bunny's stepping forward with everything he's got, it looks like. Now, I mean, he's got a good split on the Marines. Upgrades are equal. Tanks are getting set on up. And Reynor has to deal with this. We'll see. This drop over here is being shut down, but this is giving Bunny a very good angle here. Reynor has gone up on supply. He's making a lot more banelings. He's at 27 versus 37 Marines. It's going to be all about the tank shots here for Bunny. Looks like Bunny had another drop, but that's going to be getting forced away. Now here comes Reynor. He's pulling the trigger on it. Bunny's got to retreat. How is his Marine splitting going? He's got to split to the best of his ability. It's decent, but it's not great. The banelings get some pretty good connections at the end there. The tanks all get dislodged. There's plenty of medivacs to support this bio, but I don't know if just this chunk of bio is going to be enough here. He's going to continuously step forward. There's not too many banelings left, so Bunny can micro versus this. Tries to target fire the banelings and does successfully, but there's still just too many lings here for Reynor. He's managed to push Bunny back. His attack has just been shut down here, and this is where it's looking pretty rough for the Terran player right now. He's got to retreat to this wall, so it's not like he's dead, but his attack was shot down. He's got a Thor on the way to deal with these mutas. So Bunny probably going to have to take this game later. Once again, he's got Drilling Claws on the way, so going to be playing Widow Mines, it would seem, this time. But he's going to have to deal with these mutas, which are going to be popping up in his main base. A Thor is about to pop out. Should be pretty good timing to help deal with that. One of Bunny's armories is going to be getting killed off. Oh god, I hope he doesn't build another armory. But these Marines and Thor are going to be able to force those mutas back. Reynor, of course, going to be microing those, trying to get as much value out of he can as them. Now, Lings for Reynor going to be looking for another counterattack. Bunny got his depot lowered here just to let his units stream on out, but we'll see. I mean, Bunny, he's building up on supply. Reynor's maxed out. Bunny is not, though. Bunny's getting into his 3-2, so he's potentially heading towards an upgrade lead once again, but whether he's prepared to deal with this. Looks like Bunny going to find a handful of Lings out here for Reynor, who Reynor does have an upgrade lead for now, so Bunny probably going to want to wait for his +2 attack, which should be done by then. He's making some Widow Mines, so Bunny's just probably going to want to max out and go for a big attack. He's dropping as this is going on, though. And Reynor just, oh man, so many Lings, so many banelings. Is Reynor going to take the aggression to Bunny? Bunny's just building a big supply depot wall here, but it looks like he's not ready for this attack that's coming in. Oh no, the depot's lowered. These units are all going to be in so much trouble. SCVs have to retreat for Bunny immediately. The banelings crashing into the depots, but Bunny is so clumped up. Those banelings get some fantastic connections there. It looks like Bunny losing a lot of his army. He's getting a very significant drop-off on this side of the map, though, killing off a good number of workers, it seems. Might be able to get the Spire. Doesn't look like it, though. Everything will be cleaned on up. Probably going to load on up and try and land somewhere else, heading towards that natural base. Just keep that drop going as long as possible. So Bunny's third base was forced off. Going to want to re-land that, though. And he's trying to secure his fourth base. Supply-wise, I mean, he traded out. Just getting that drop-off, but the mutas for Reynor going to shut that down. Bunny's getting his +3 attack on the way. His Hive is all, well, but Reynor's Hive is going to be finishing up soon, so that's when the Zerg hits the 3-3, which is when it becomes very, very scary for the Terran. But even just on Lair Tech, or Reynor, pardon me, has just been so scary, just with his 2-2 Lings, getting his mutas out, just having a healthy flock, and just, he just knows when to attack. And here comes in the mutas, and the question is Bunny prepared for this? These mutas heading into the main base. There is 22. Reynor loves his mutas, it would seem. They're going to be flying on in here. Turrets are going to be getting picked off left and right. The engineering bays could be in trouble. Is that what Reynor's going to settle for? Marines are streaming out, but not enough here. It's more of a trickle, and Reynor just going to be able to pick him off, but Bunny will eventually force him back. He drops once again. He picks off the Spire, which is very nice, but Reynor did manage to finish his +2 attack as that was going on. So, so far, nothing too worrisome for Reynor happening on his end. Bunny now transferring, trying to secure up his fourth base. He's got a Thor and bio here. I love how he's got units stationed at these bases to keep him safe, but he's still eventually going to need to take that big fight. He's got lots of Marines, which are trading out with the mutas. That's a fight that Reynor can't take. Reynor's flying around with these mutas still. The mutas could be a little bit trapped here. There's a lot of Marines coming in, and there we go. These mutas, yeah, they're a bit overcommitted, but oh, Bunny micros, runs his Marines down. He's busy dealing with a counterattack. Reynor perfectly done, pulls his units out of position. He's now going to be picking off some of the engineering bays, it looks like, but these mutas now flying on over. Oh, look at this, just Reynor just with these mutas playing with fire. There's some Widow Mines in the main base, but Is he gonna hit those? No, he's not. Oh man, as this was going on, pardon me, just so much going on. The 4th base for Bunny getting picked off. I imagine a lot of Lings and Banes crashed on into that, and this is just really hurting Bunny right now. Raynor has bled off a fair few of his Mutalisk. He's down to 12 from about 22 at one point. So I mean, he's lost a fair few this game, 10 in total. But Bunny's hand may be getting forced once again. He's got his 3-2 upgrades. He may just need to go for it. The army supply is relatively even, and yeah, look at that. Raynor just so good at forcing his opponents into sort of an unwinnable position here. But I mean, I'm not gonna say unwinnable, but a very dire situation. Bunny needs to make this attack work, and look at this. Raynor planning a massive counterattack as this is going on. Looks like the main base floating on over, but Lings are heading on in towards the natural. The wall is lowered. Bunny had mines planted at his 3rd, thinking that's where Raynor'd go, but instead Raynor's just heading everywhere else. Bunny has got to go and make this attack work. He's going to need to split his Marines perfectly, but Ultras are out now. He's just going to need a perfect split. Banelings are rolling forward. I mean, they're not getting the best connections there. A lot of them are being absorbed, so Bunny able to make this push happen, but there's more Banelings ready, and he is on creep. He's got to kite back to the best of his ability, but there's so many Banelings here. Bunny with a fair few Marines, but these Ultras, they're still pretty strong, even without their chitinous plating here. There's just not enough for Bunny. His Marine count is wearing thin. His main base is natural, his 3rd. Everything's been ransacked. GG, Raynor 2-0's Bunny. So guys, before this video, I cast Raynor versus Gumiho, in which he dispatched Gumiho's mech, and now he just dispatched Bunny's just bio play. So Raynor looking good so far, and all right, awesome to be able to cast these games. If you guys stayed to the end of this video, make sure to hit that like button. Let's say 35 likes this video. That would be absolutely awesome. But if you also are new to the channel, just feel free to hit that subscribe button, and I'm putting out content every day, so I'll see you guys next time.